Hello everybody, it's Brad here, back again with another Super Auto Pets video. I'm going to be, today, building a custom pack with you guys. So, I already have an idea in mind for this one, but if you like what you see in this video and you'd like to see me try to build a new strategy from scratch, let me know and I would love to give it a shot. So, I plan to create the pack here, we'll see how long that takes. If I have a decent amount of time, I might go ahead and bring it into a game and give it a shot. The plan is that we could maybe revisit the ones I've built, or we just keep rebuilding new ones in future videos. So let's get this started and see how this is going to go. So the first pack that I want to make is buy sell, because I think there's so much support in the game for it, and even some of the newer pets really support it. The whole toy strategy supports it now, which is pretty cool. And it already had enough to be good. So I wanted to check it back out since that has happened. And let's see if we can build something cool with it. So immediately I'm going to do the beaver, because I think getting attack every time you sell, I mean, obviously any sell ability is good right now. And there's a specific reason I want to get a lot of tier 1 sell abilities. And that's because of one of the payoffs I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the duck. The mouse. I do like the otter, but if I'm buying a bunch of things that I'm going to sell anyway, is it even worth it? There's an argument to be had that a couple of the slots in tier 1 should be things that I want to buff, things that I might keep later into the game. Because otherwise, what am I grabbing the first couple of turns? But for now, I'm going to grab all of the good sell stuff that I definitely want to have. And we'll come back to these. Okay, so these are just ones that I know about. So the beaver gives attack when you sell it. The duck gives your shop health when you sell it. The mouse makes an apple for free, which is really nice. The pig sells for an additional gold, and so does the chinchilla, kind of. When you sell it, it summons another loyal chinchilla, I guess, and you can sell that as well. It's not unlimited, it just sells one that you can sell. But it's like the pig, but better, in the sense that there are things that trigger off of when you sell stuff, and this gives you 2 of those. So, pretty nice. Marmoset is nice. Rolling for free, just for selling it. It's kind of, again, like the pig. This one's probably a bit worse. However, the stats, 2-3 is pretty solid, so you can kind of hang on to it for a round or 2. If you get it very, very early on. If I'm correct, I believe that is all the real sells. So we can throw in a couple buys, but we have 3 slots, and we should think about how we want this to go. So Mosquito's always one of the good ones. It's nice to get early, and if you hold it late game, it can knock out a couple melons, or the green peppers. I'm going to take it, and I'm wondering if I should also take the fish here, because the fish is a good one to hold late game if you're going to go for like a level 3 strategy with the buffalo or something, or the bison. But it is also just good to sell after you get it to level 2. But it's nice to put stats on because it's already decent. 2-3 is a pretty good stat base. And then maybe I get the otter now. The level 1 toy isn't amazing. In 2 turns, it gives you +1/+1 to one of your guys. So I think I'm going to stick with the otter. I also like a 1-3 better than a 2-1, I think. That seems like a pretty solid first tier. Yeah, I don't think I want to do this because I don't really have feint abilities, even though it is a sell. Yeah, alright, so we'll move on to here. Looking at my squad for the food, we give attack, we give health, we give everything, we deal damage, give everything. Health. Looks like we're going to get a lot of health. I typically like the combo, if I'm not using honey, to go peach and bacon, because it's +2 health and +2 attack. So if I'm struggling to get one or the other, I can just keep doing one, which is pretty nice. It lets me even out my units. Okay, now we're down to this tier. So what in here stands out right away from what I remember? I do like getting additional gold That's always nice when you're going to be spending it buying and selling a bunch. So I'm going to put that in right now. Shrimp is a staple in this build. I mean, if you can get this, you want to get this as early as you can in this. You're going to be selling all the time, and they don't even have to have a sell ability for this to trigger, so very nice. I think in some tiers I might end up taking the toy ones because some of the toys are pretty good. I just think specifically the tier 1, there was so much, it was already overcrowded. There were so many things I wanted to sell that it wasn't really worth it. I'll pick it for now only because I only have 3 so far. That's interesting. Being able to sell that, so I would have to pill it so that I got the dolphin, so that I could sell the dolphin. I'm not sure that's really what I want to be doing, but it might be a pick. These are tough because they're on the buy and not on the sell. I might just take it because if I can make room for it, it's pretty nice. But it is awkward to have 2 slots open to be able to buy this. And it's only a 1/1. So it's really only good for selling. This guy's kind of fun because you give basically his stats away to something else, which means all those guys that you're buy selling that are going to be really weak and low stats, you can make them not weak, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure that this is really that good, but it's always kind of fun to take. I'll take that. That's a pretty good buy effect. Sell effect that summon something is insane. It's just a better chinchilla. Really like the Hercules beetle. Okay, so I kind of have 3 more slots here. I was not sure about this because I would have to pill it. Still not so sure about it. I already have the toy. A lot of good feints in this tier. Well, I'm not really sure what I want to get, so I might just move on to the next tier for now. I'll get the panda just because I do think it's kind of cool. I could get jellyfish, and then yeah, maybe I'll just finish this tier. Copy feint ability. What do I want to do? Feint, summon something. It's only in battle. Yeah, we're gonna move on for now to the next tier. We have no reason to take the pill yet, so we get 3 of them. I still like the attack and the toughness equalizing items. Those are both really good. These give -1 to 1 and +3 to the other stat. Trumpets on feint. No, this doesn't sound great. Rice seems kind of pointless. I don't like this now that it's been nerfed to 3 damage. That seems pretty bad. I guess we'll take the rice. Maybe there's some way we can make use of it. Alright, yep, let's move on to tier 3. Friend summoned. I mean, this is temporary stats, but it is nice. If we're buy selling, you can get a lot of buffs on this guy. Giraffe is nice for targeted buffs. You make sure something gets stat buffs, and there's probably a couple things we're going to be keeping early, like the shrimp, the swan, maybe the mosquito. So there are things that do want the buff, and not many things, so this is good for just giving one thing the buff. Goldfish is nice, you can hold it between rounds to get money. Owl is huge. Summoning a mouse every turn that you can sell is insane and exactly what we want to be doing. So I'm going to also get the puppy for the toy for now. We'll see if we want to take that off, but I like that. Tropical fish is cool for stat buffs. If I go back and take the pill, I could do blobfish. But I'm not going to yet. Definitely the tamarin. Selling to give your stats to something else is really cool, and a reason that we want to take stuff like giraffe too. We can stack this up, we can throw all the apples from these on it, we could put all of the stats onto it and then give it to anything else we want to later, which is really cool. And it triggers a sell ability. Starfish also. So this seems like the tier to look out for when we're playing this pack, because what we really want, other than the shrimp as a payoff, is we want the starfish, we want the owl if we can go that way. The dog gets huge as well the more we buy sell. So like there's a lot of good stuff for buy sell in this pack. It's only in battle. Interesting. I mean, that's kind of like a swan. You could pill it too. It's kind of interesting. I'll take the clownfish. I think it's really good. Every time something levels up, he gives it stats. That's pretty nice. Hatching Chick is also good, and if I'm going to be wanting to throw around experience, that's really nice. Can help level up. It's also a good replacement for blobfish if I want to have it. I mean, it takes a while to get the experience, but it's still good. I think we'll leave this one here as well. None of these are really screaming at me, and I do like tropical fish. It does give health. And in fact, with all the attack stat boosts, like we can run these and stuff to balance things out. I do like the health. That gives +1/+1 as well. It's the same amount as the draft, but it's spread out instead of targeted to one. So we'll head down to the next tier. Okay, so now we're looking at the food. That's pretty interesting. That's new. I haven't seen that. Give 3 pets from the current shop tier a higher +1 health and +1 attack. Really weird. It's like a mini can. Okay, gain 3 gold on the next turn. Interesting. That'd be sweet if you're doing food build maybe. You could make it cheaper. No. I'm not going to be needing lollipop. I'm going to be able to maintain that. I like overtime stat buffs. Those are both really nice. Salad Bowl's tricky to pull off in a... I want targeted stat buffs really, because there's going to be little guys on the battlefield that I'm buying and selling. I don't want them to accidentally get stats, or else it's a kind of a waste of money. Alright, tier 4 now. Hopefully we're moving at a decent pace here. Definitely want to take a buffalo. That's huge for buy sell. He's like the dog, but he can hold his stats permanently. He also grows a little bit slower. I could take bison here just because I know there's a few key pets I'm going to be wanting to keep. And I haven't seen that much yet. We'll take the toy one as well for this tier. We're not going into the toy strategy, but we're just going to go for those because it's a decent buy ability. Crow is really big. Sell it for a chocolate, which is an experience for any one of my pets. That's pretty great. Honestly, Jerboa could be fun here. It'd be sweet to be able to pivot to it because I have the owl, which summons a mouse every turn that sells to give me a free apple. I also have the mouse in the first tier. I should definitely then swap the health one because I knew I had some of that before with the apple so that I can get it naturally as well. I like that because I remember most of this stuff was giving health, and so does my shrimp, so it makes sense to do attack. We'll keep this one though, just in case we want to be able to balance it out. Sorry, I jumped around a little bit there, but we're back here. So I'm getting the Jerboa. I think that's going to be kind of sweet. I could also get the worm, because the worm is... I'm going to go back to tier again. Pretty sure the worm gives me a cheap apple every turn. Oh, and I still had a slot left here. See, that's huge. That's why we leave these slots open. Start of the turn, stock a 2 gold apple, stock a 2 gold better apple. The point is that it's an apple every turn. So back down here, this Jerboa, every time it eats an apple, will buff my whole squad. And that would be a sweet thing to just be able to pivot onto. I also kind of like Dragonfly here, just because as I'm buy selling, you know, all those buy sells are only basically going to be level 1. So if I choose to hold on to one, and the Dragonfly is giving out buffs to the rest of my guys, it makes sure that the buy cells that I'm keeping, the really low level ones, are only going to steal one of the buffs. Because it's of each level. So they'll be the level 1, sure, but the things I actually want to keep will be probably level 2 and 3. And this will give me those targeted buffs. So it's kind of like a better giraffe in that way. Platypus is hard to pull off. It's the same reason that the... Where was it? The guinea pig is hard to pull off, because you kind of have to have 2 slots to make it work. 2 slots open. That being said, when you do, it is really good, because it's 2 sell abilities as well. I am going to take it just because I'm running Starfish, and even if I get one of those, that triggers the Starfish twice, which is nice. Nothing else has... I don't think anything else triggers the Starfish twice, so... because the Starfish cares specifically if it's a sell ability. If it was a sell pet, so... Pretty cool combo there. It's an interesting stat buff we could go for as well, since we only have 7 so far. Yeah, I think we'll go for the stat buffs just because it doesn't look like there's going to be a ton of buy sells. I am interested in Skunk, even though it's buy sell, just because that's a cool one to grab. If you're buy selling things, it's a nice one to end on because it's guaranteed value no matter what level of the game you're at. In fact, it could probably be argued that it's better late, which is cool. And it's a cool one to stack up if I wanted to go a big Skunk, because they're pretty good. I mean, it can lower something to 1 health, and then you just one-shot it through Melon. That being said, I'm not really sure what else I do. Oh, Llama for sure. So the reason Llama's good, it gets buffs when there's an empty space on my team, aka when I only have 4 pets. The reason that's good in buy sells, for one, I've got 1 slot that I'm basically cycling constantly. So leaving it empty isn't that hard, because the alternative is having like a 1-2 or a 2-3 there or something. So it's not that big of a deal, and then this gets free buffs for that. Also, with the owl, I already have to leave a slot open. So having the owl alongside the llama is really cool, because they both make up for the same weakness. They have the exact same weakness, so the payoff just increases if you're running both. Pretty cool. And I like this tier so far, so let's move on to tier 5. First, go over foods. Waffle is a new item that is necessary here. I mean, you can see activate the buy ability. Yes. So if you get something leveled up, you can reactivate the buy ability a few times, which is really nice. The rest of these I'm not sure about. I like the donut just because the starfish and the shrimp throw around abilities at random. So this, I can choose something to get targeted by it if I really wanted to. And I think we just take the pear. It's good targeted stats, +2/+2. Not much to say there. Free milk, always really good. I mean, that's +2/+4 stats every time you buy this for 2 gold. And you get to pass it around as 1/2s. Really sweet. Monkey's good targeted stats as well. It's not a buy sell, but it's very, very good value. I'm going to take Scorpion for the same reason I took Skunk earlier. It is a really good one to land on because no matter where you're at in the game, it is solid. It's got Peanut, which is basically poison. It'll one-shot anything that it actually deals damage to. Really cool. Hamster's kind of free. It's pretty cool. You buy it for 3, and then you can roll the shop twice for free, and then you sell it again for their 3rd gold again. So it sort of pays for itself and lets you roll the shop. Pretty cool. We might do the toy this build, or this tier. I don't know what all the tiers are. I do know what the first tier is, though. One, 2, 3 gold 2 times per turn. It's interesting. It seems pretty good, but not like insane. I mean, that the first tier could be better than a swan if you're using it. So yeah, I think that's pretty good actually. In fact, in most cases, it's probably worth selling the swan for. So. That's pretty cool. I forgot that the polar bear existed. Oh, definitely the zebra. Alpaca is also really good if I want to trigger buy abilities and have them level up when they hit play. Right when they come in, that's really cool. It only gives 1 experience now. Okay, it's different than it used to be. Maybe this isn't as good anymore. Okay, we'll think about it. Faint, summon 3 pigs. Oh, that makes me want to do the pill thing. We'll keep looking though. That's kind of cool. If I'm leaving a slot open already, again, works well with the owl. I'll try it. Whoa, that's sweet. I don't think I've seen that one before. Give it melon and 5 attack. Works once per turn. Very cool, but not really what we want to be doing. Oh, again with the buy and faint together. Interesting. I don't have enough faint. It makes me want to do this buy sell faint strat, but maybe we'll try that another time. That one's solid. Just give your team a buff for every time you buy it, which used to be what the snail did, but you would have had to lose the previous round. Now it does it like at the end of turn instead of on buy. No. One random friend. Eh. That's crazy. I mean, I could take Alpaca still. It'd still be good if I'm doing... I'd buy 2 of something to get it to level 2 and then I sell it. It's probably sometimes good. I don't know. We'll try it because I don't know what else I would run. I mean, Poodle. Poodle's so good. We've got a lot of stat buffs here. I think this is a solid. This is a very much a like stat buff tier for me. I want Monkey, I want Cow for stat buffs. This gives my whole team that this does, this does. Excuse me. Alright, so Tier 5. Let's see what we want. Well, this is still Tier 5, but Tier 5 food. Obviously chocolate. I mean, chocolate's always insane. But other than that, I don't really like the random stats again for the same reason I'm going to have a buy-sell slot going. And I don't want to be restricted on when I can buy the food or not. Carrot. Carrot is the better version of these, essentially. It's just both of them combined. But if I'm already running those early, I don't know that I want the carrot. This is targeted health buff, or targeted buff, so I like that a lot. Chili's also kind of tempting. It's really good against summon builds. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's go. Alright, this is why we want so many tier 1s with good sell abilities, because this is a huge payoff if you've already gone the buy sell strat. So we're definitely going to take that. Every time you buy a tier 1 friend, give your friends +1/+1. Think about like the pig that would cost 1 gold, the chinchilla would cost 1 gold to do that with. Very cool. And then you get all of the value that you're already getting with buy sell on top of this. Pretty insane to get the dragon late in this build. Not sure really how this works, so I don't know if I want to do it. I'm going to, just because it has the buy ability and it doesn't look like I'll have too many in this pack already, but I'll go back to that if I want to, or if I run out of room. We'll go with the toy for sure. That seems pretty good. Kind of like Stegosaurus, can buff up a small dude a bunch, so those buy sells aren't that bad anymore. Again, that's pretty cool. Lioness is pretty fun to pivot into, and when I'm doing buy sell, just ending on it is kind of cool. Oyster is a no-brainer. It sells for the 1 gold that it normally does +3, so selling it nets you a gold, and you get all of your sell abilities. Very good. German Shepherd's also cool for the same reason like Stegosaurus is. If I get this to like a really strong attack, everything that gets summoned will get that huge buff until the end of the battle, which is all I need it for, because I'm going to sell them after that. So, pretty cool. Haven't used that before, but that's pretty cool. That seems like exactly what we'd want to be doing, so I'll give that a shot. Birds of Paradise is really sick here. So you start with 10 gold naturally, but buy sell, you spend 3 to buy, and then you sell it for 1. So you've spent 3 gold, but really only lost 2. So there's a good chance that if I get any more gold, I can do this twice every round. So definitely going to take that. Looks like I've got 1 slot left. Hammerhead Shark is good. Just because if I've already got a level 3, this is again a really good one to end on. I could just end on it, get my extra 3 gold, sell it at that turn, and I start with 4 extra gold essentially. So it's a good like gold storage. I think that's it for this. So alright, that's tier 6. Now let's go back and make sure, well, I guess we have to do tier 6 food first. So Melon is huge. I mean, blocking 20 damage 1 time, pretty insane. I mean, it makes your 50-50s beat 50-50s, so hard to argue. It makes you immune to Scorpion until they get it up to over 20 attack. Yeah, I mean, it's just really good. Everyone knows that it's good. That's why it's a tier 6 food. Don't really want to be doing that. Don't like the random summon again for fainting. 3/3 is nice to give 1 pet. Gain 15 health when hurt once. That's insane. That's gotta be, like, that makes me want to do a hurt build. That'd be fun. Giving them all one attack is kind of nice, just so I know that it gets onto the guys. Pancake's also kind of funny, but yeah, we'll do that. That's kind of cool. one pet plus two plus two double. Yeah. All right, that's it for that. And I think that is the whole pack. So we'll have a better view of it in a minute, but wow, very cool. So let's save it. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining me for that. I'm going to show off that pack in a better view over the screen right now. So go ahead and screenshot if you'd like to, but that's pretty much it for this video. I'll be trying out the pack in the next one. So follow me and let's see how we do, see if I can squeak out that win. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and it's Brad out.